Hi, hello, namaskara. I hope all of you are doing good and welcome to this special session on exam preparation. Can I quickly get a response? Is my audio clear to you? Yes, perfect. So today's agenda, the agenda of this video is to help you in making your study plan for next 2-3 months. And this video is for all those students who will be writing their CA intermediate exam from 2 to 3 months from the day of watching this particular video. So even if you're watching this in the future, totally okay, as long as you are having 2 to 3 months in your hand, then this video will surely be helpful to you. Okay. I've been getting a lot of messages from students. Most of their classes got over. They have started their own revision at home. And in between, they are a bit of, kind of clueless mode where they wanted some help as to how do we make a study plan and how do we execute it. Some students even message, sir, I'm not able to decide how many days to allocate for a particular subject. I think I'm doing single subject too much. I don't know whether the time is enough to complete all 6 papers. Some students had the worry about group 1, group 2 and so on and so forth. So I thought, why not take 30-40 minutes and quickly share all my inputs which can help you in making your study plan. Okay, so welcome once again to all the students who will be writing the examination. Considering you have about 75 days to 90 days, about 2.5 months, I have decided to give you an overall structure, a strategy, a study plan, which I am not going to tell you that you have to exactly copy and paste the same thing in your daily routine from tomorrow, but surely going to help you to make an overall plan by yourself based on the inputs that I'm going to give to you. And surely you can make some changes depending upon your strength subject, your weak area, your time availability, and I think some of you even have BCom exams and classes going. Accordingly, you can make some modification to your study plan. But overall, I'm going to give you a macro picture as to how you should make good use of next 2.5-3 months. Okay, so this is what I'm going to cover in this particular session. Point number 1, some do's and don'ts for next 2 to 3 months. Overall study plan as to how do we chalk out the plan, whether to write one group or both the groups. I know the most important question, and you guys have now started talking about it. Till now you weren't talking about this much, but now that you have understood a little bit about all the subjects, probably have started discussing or thinking at least, should I really write all 6 papers, will I be able to do, and so on and so forth. I'll try and address that issue as well. Next, I've decided to keep about 5 minutes each on how do you prepare for practical papers and also how do you prepare for theory papers, and finally what are the points you have to keep in mind for your examination answer sheet presentation. Why am I discussing that today? Because when you know how you are going to present the final answer in exam paper, you can practice in the same manner from today itself. So it should not be that we practice in a different style and then we take mock papers, or when we write the main ICA exam we realize that we never practiced a proper way of presentation. A lot of students know the answer but they go wrong in proper presentation. So I thought I'll share some inputs on that as well, so you will get some idea as to how you should, while studying, while preparing on day-to-day basis, how you should write and practice. Okay, yes, coming to the first one, do's and don'ts. Number 1, you have to trust yourself. You have to have that self-confidence. If you always keep thinking about why you won't be able to complete the CA intermediate, then you'll never be able to do. Yeah, internally you have to be very strong. Don't get influenced by too many inputs that you get from your friends, and don't change your plans every now and then. First, believe yourself. You should have positive surrounding. Talk to those friends who are also equally hungry about studies and exams. You know what I'm talking about. You discuss with them your doubts. Don't discuss your plans, because they may come and give you their own inputs about the plans, and then you get confused about what you should be doing and what they are doing and all of that. Discuss the doubts. Have a clear cut schedule. Maintain a discipline in the routine. Some days you study till late night, next day you decide to study in the afternoon, and next day you decide to get up early in the morning and study. If you do this, you'll never be in a good flow. Everyone's mind works very, very efficiently when they have a good disciplined routine. Your body will listen to you, but if you give too many inputs to body and confuse, then it will not give you efficient result at all. Every day you are tired when you're studying, then you'll never be able to give your 100% efficiency, right? And also, more than do's, I think I should talk much about the don'ts. One, do not discuss your study plan with your friends. 2-3 reasons. One, they are also learning and they are also writing the exam for the first time. Okay, so they also do not have so much of clarity about how to make a study plan. Second, they are also equally confused. If you think you are confused, by talking to your friends, you'll get more confused. Number 3, your strength and weakness is not same as your friend's strength and weakness. You may finish a practical topic in 3 hours, but that friend may require 5 hours or 6 hours for the same topic. Theory may be your weakness, maybe your friend's strength. So you can't have a single plan. Therefore, it is better not to discuss your study plans. Discuss doubts, but do not discuss the study plan. Second, having too much of fear about the result. A lot of students, I know some of the very good students who are very, very regular to class. They did all the homeworks, they practiced a lot of sums, they wrote test papers, but then also they don't get the confidence. The problem is, students are not worried about exams. Students are worried about the results. What if I fail? No, that's not in your control. What is in your control is you can prepare well, you can present your paper well. After that is not in anybody's control, not you, not even me, nobody's control. So don't attach too much yourself to the final outcome of the result. Your target is September, your target is January, your target is May, your target is exam month. Your target is not the result month. Why are you thinking too much about what if I fail? You should worry about what if I don't present the answer paper well? What if I don't complete the syllabus in time? What if I don't write the mock test papers? That should be your worry. Don't worry too much about the results. If you always have that fear every morning and then start studying, take it from me, you have already failed. Don't even go to exam hall if you are like this. You should detach yourself from the result. Attach more yourself to the preparation, to the presentation, to practice, to formulas, to section numbers, all of that. That should be your focus. Not about pass or fail. Yeah. Don't worry too much about the result. Again and again, I'm repeating, I've told you this in my lot of face-to-face and live classes also. What is in your hand, do that best. What is not in your hand, leave it. Yeah, simple. Next, waiting for external motivation. A lot of students are, after watching videos like this, attending sessions like this, we are fully charged for next 3 days. Yeah, correct. What happens on the 4th day? You need someone else to again come and push you. I don't understand, guys. You need at this age somebody to come and tell you that you have to study. We are not in 4th, 5th standard that we don't know what is our priority in life. Correct. We know why we are in this course. We know what will happen if you succeed in this exam. You know what is your next step. After that, you have articleship and you have finals, and once you clear, you know what's going to happen. Then why do you need somebody to tell you every morning that you should study? No reel will change your future if you are not serious about yourself. So please don't wait for someone to tell you. Your faculties won't come and do this session every day to motivate you. No reel is going to help you. No friend is going to give you that speech every morning. Okay? Unless you have the fire within, you'll always be waiting for someone else to bring that seriousness to you. That means you're not serious about your career, you're not serious about your life. I don't think at this age you need someone to come and tell you why you should study. Be serious about your examination. Next 2.5 months, if you study well, after that, you don't have to be serious about your studies. You can relax. Yeah, if you get successful result, then you go next, and that itself is your motivation. You shouldn't expect someone else to come and tell you why you should study every single day. And the last one, most of the students are very good in this, complaining and finding excuses. Sir, I am not able to study because of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H reason. Boss, please understand, nobody is going to listen to this. In exam answer sheet, you cannot write this on top of the answer sheet. I could not study because of following reasons. So please give me little extra marks. Do valuation on a concessional basis and give me little liberal marks. Nobody is interested. If you have problem, find a solution. If there is too much of disturbance in the place where you live, find a library nearby. If you don't have friends who are not helping you in studies, change those friends. If smartphone is the problem and if you're too addicted to it, throw it, I would say, for next 2.5 months. Yeah. So you cannot keep giving something else as the excuse as to why you are not able to study. Yeah. Achievers will achieve despite of all the problems. But if you don't want to achieve, then you'll start finding out all these excuses. Please be serious. You just have about 2.5, 3 months. You can't be complaining about outside world, and nobody is interested about your problems. Everybody wants you to work well, succeed well. Understand, the life is like this. You can't keep talking about why you are not able to achieve something. So please be serious about this particular thing. So when it comes to making an overall study plan, after this video, on a white paper, do this. First, have total number of days from today till your examination day. Total number of days. Now listen to this video carefully. You can play this again later and chalk out this plan on a white paper. Total number of days from today till examination. I am just taking a random number. Okay. Let's assume I have 75 days from today till examination. Out of that, keep 3-4 days. As you know, normal loss in costing. So we have about 70 days. In that, keep about 10 days aside just to write mock papers and test papers and exams. Yeah, that means we effectively have 60 days, and we are writing 6 papers. 60 divided by 6, simple, we have 10 days per subject. Okay. Now, once you know how many days you have per subject, my recommendation, again, it need not be suitable to everybody, but you think over it and you decide. My recommendation is, do not do more than 2 subjects on a particular day. When you select those 2 subjects, if you are writing all 6 papers, make sure that you take 1 paper from group 1 and 1 paper from group 2. Therefore, you never have that bias about seriousness in group 1, casual approach in group 2. Let that not happen. 1 paper in group 1, 1 paper in group 2. So you balance both the groups well. First. Second, in that also, try to select 1 practical paper and 1 theory paper. So when you have high energy, do theory papers. If you are feeling a little bored or feeling sleepy, then shift to practical paper. You know, once you are in practical paper, you won't be very bored off or you won't feel sleepy. And once you are back in the flow, when you know you are at your best efficiency, then shift back to theory paper. The mistake that most of you do, when you are at your best energy level, as you say, I am fresh. Yeah. When you are at that best energy level, you pick up your most favorite subject. That's not a right way of channelizing your energy. You are already at your best energy level. Pick up where you are bad at. Now, since your energy level is so high, even a weak paper of yours, which may be any one paper, weak paper of yours, you will study well. Understanding? And when you feel you are bored or tired, but you still want to study, pick up your interesting or favorite subject. Anyway, it is your favorite subject. Sleep will go off and you will start working out the problems, and then in 1.5 to 2 hours, you will be into the subject. You will forget that you were feeling sleepy and are back. Therefore, manage this well. 1 paper from group 1, 1 from group 2. First. Second, 1 your favorite subject. Second, your not so favorite or your weak area. Balance both. Lot of students do one more mistake. In the initial month of their study period, they do all their favorite papers first. And I know most of the times, a lot of students do all practical papers first. What is the mistake in this? Once you complete all your favorite papers, what are you left with in last 30-40 days? All theory papers most likely, and all those papers where you are not good at. Imagine you have an exam 30-40 days from today and you are picking up a subject which you are already weak at. Surely your confidence level will go down. So never do this mistake. Don't do favorite subjects first and not so favorite later. 1 favorite, 1 not so favorite, or 1 difficult, 1 weak. This you decide. Don't discuss with your friend. Your strength is not your friend's strength. You decide. your favorite and your not so favorite, manage both together. Every single day, do 2 papers. My suggestion, 1 practical, 1 theory. In that, if you can do 1 your good paper and 1 not so good paper, I think that will be a better balance, right? Second, once you know that I have 10 days, follow my overall plan, 60 days divided by 6 subjects. Once you know you have 10 days per subject, that means you have 20 days for 2 subjects. And since we have decided to do 2 subjects at a time, now from day 1, day 20, I have to complete 2 subjects, correct? Assuming a student is studying 8 to 10 hours a day, okay, let me take 10 hours for easy calculation, which means every single day I have about 100 hours, 10 hours of time, yeah? So 10 hours per day and I have 20 days, 200 hours are with me for 2 subjects. I'm just taking 2 subject name randomly, okay, accounts and audit, group 1, group 2, practical and theory. So now I have 200 hours for 1 practical and 1 theory paper. The mistake students do is, they try to do practical paper first and the balance available time they want to do theory. Biggest mistake. Don't do this, please. If you have 200 hours for 2 subjects, make sure it is 100 hours for accounts and 100 hours for audit. I know the moment I say this, you have one common question in mind. Sir, accounts may require more time, audit may not require so much time, or any other paper, costing may require so much time, law may not require so much time. Agreed. But when I say 100, 100, you want to make a modification, do it. Make it 110 and 90 or 115 and 85. That 10-15% is totally okay. But my problem is, you guys will do 150 hours for practical paper and try to manage theory in 50 hours, which is the most dangerous thing. Please do not do. Yeah. So again, coming back to the main point, 200 hours. So therefore we have 100 hours per subject. Now go to accounts book, open the index. You have 100 hours. Say you have 15 chapters, 1/5. 100 hours divided by 15 chapters, roughly about 7 to 8 hours you have. Next to the chapter name in the index sheet, write 7.5, 7.5, 7.5 for all the topics. Yeah. Now you know you are within total 100 hours. Now, sir, not every topic requires 7.5 hours. Correct. Some topics may require 11 hours. Some topic may get over in 2.5 hours. Now, within that, you make the modification. Whichever you think you need little extra, add there. But when you're adding there, you should know somewhere else you have to minus that time. Because in total, you cannot cross total 100 hours. I hope this is clear to all of you. So one topic may be 11, one should be 5.5, one may be 10.5, one may be 6.5. So in a way, average is 7.5 and total you are well within 100 hours. Okay. Once you do this, go to that individual chapter. Now you know I have to complete this particular topic. Let me take an example from, say, costing. You decided that you will complete process costing chapter in 8 hours. Now go to that topic, go through all the questions. You see third bullet point on my screen. Go through all the questions, read 15 minutes, read all of that, decide how much I can do in the time that I have allotted. Yeah, whichever is tough, whichever is marked as important in your class, and whichever you know is slightly difficult, start from that. Do not start from easy to difficult, because you have already attended the class, you already have the notes. Okay, or if required, read through entire solution book once in 45 minutes, 15 hours go through, 45 minutes read through, then mark all the important questions, and in the order of most important to least important, try to cover within your scheduled time. Sir, what if I plan 7 hours and what if I end up taking 8 hours? You know you have taken 1 hour extra. Go to that index sheet of costing, find out in which topic you can deduct that 1 hour. Be very, very strict about this. Otherwise, you will never complete that subject within 100 hours. I hope you are able to understand. Some topics you might have planned 4 hours, but you may finish in 2 hours. Now you know there is 2 hours availability, extra time to you. Maybe some other topic when you need you can use. But when you are using in that topic, you know you are not wasting time because you had that extra 2 hours. Therefore, while doing every topic, if you have the total time in mind, you are well within the routine. Otherwise, you know what happens to many students? They start with the topic. After 3 days also they are in the same topic. And they don't know whether they are overspending time or whether they are doing too fast, because they have never done this plan itself. So do in reverse order: total days, total hours, subject wise hours, chapter wise hours. Then you know even if you are taking little extra time, you are well within your overall plan. Yeah. and regularly review your plan. In a week, keep 1.5 hours, 10-15 minutes, and go through what was the plan for the last week and how much have you achieved. I don't know whether this plan of what time I should get up, what time I should start studying, whether this plan will really work with you. Some of you want to get up early and study, some of you want to study late night. Everything is fine. That is not the plan I am talking about. For a particular week, you had planned 4 topics in accounts, 5 topics in law. End of that week, sit and review whether you have completed your target. If not, next week you have to increase your speed from the beginning itself, because you know you have taken a little extra time in the previous week. So have this 10-15 minutes weekly review of your timetable. If you are fast, you can go slow. If you are slow, you have to increase your speed. Yeah. Now, coming to groups, the most common discussion. Sir, should I write single group or should I try and take up both? The biggest worry to most of the students is, sir, 3 papers I can easily do, but 6 papers I think it is difficult. But you don't have a choice to write 4 or 5 also. Yeah. My suggestion, from today, if you still have 2.5 months, 3 months with you, and if you have already attended the class, you should do both groups. You should do both groups without any doubt. Please do not underestimate yourself. If you have 2.5, 3 months, even if you have just 2 months, and if you have already attended all the classes, you'll still be able to write all 6 papers. Don't think too much about it. I told you how to draft a plan. In that you fit every topic, every subject, you will be able to complete. Okay, number 1. Number 2, even if you are doubtful about whether you can write or not, don't think too much about it now. Start studying. Start studying with a plan to do both the groups. Maybe when you are 30-35 days before your examination, that is the time when you can actually take a perfect decision whether 3 papers are good for you or 6 papers are good for you. Sir, but I have to fill the exam form. What to do? Fill exam form for both the groups. Study for both the groups. 30 days before your exam, ask yourself, don't again discuss with friends, ask yourself, how confident are you in all 6 papers? Write a percentage. Accounts, I'm done with say 80%. Law, I'm done with 40%. Another subject, I'm done with 100%. Another subject, I'm not even done with 5%. Write this. Then you know how far you have come. And from there, you still have 30 days to think whether I'll be able to do all 3 papers or all 6 papers. Then you take decision. If you take decision about single group or both groups 2.5, 3 months in advance, and for some reason if you decide only one group, you know what will happen? You will be very, very lazy. With 75-80 days in hand and just 3 papers to study, your seriousness will come down like anything, and you will not use your time at all, and then you'll start finding all other excuses, and then you will never be serious even about group 1 itself. So please study for all papers. 1 month before the exam, you will be in a position to take better decision. Yeah, there is no one formula that I can give it to all of you. You decide based on your strength and weakness. But with 2.5 months, if you've already attended all the classes, then I don't think you should think about single group at all. I want all of you to write both the groups. Okay. Should I discuss with the friends? Definitely no. Big no. Because they may be good in second group, you may be good in first group. And when you discuss, it won't surely help you. Please understand this. Everyone has their own strength and weakness. So you can't decide based on discussion with friends. When to decide how many groups to write? Just now I told you, 30 days before the exam, you take that final call. And once you take that final call, don't think again. You should never be in that confusion mode even 5 days before exam. Yeah. Now, coming to practical papers. Point number 1. You can read the quote on the screen itself. The more you sweat in practice, the less you bleed in battle. Lot of students read theory. This won't help. You have to solve. Practical papers. Lot of students just read things. It won't help. You have to solve. You have to write. Okay. You have attended the class. You have notes. Fantastic. But that doesn't mean you simply sit and see the question here and answer here and verify the answers. You're not doing the audit. Correct. You are supposed to solve. You have to write. That will improve your presentation. That will improve your speed. You will do a lot of silly mistakes. You can correct those mistakes now. You have time for all of this. Yeah. But if you do not write, you will never improve these things. So please don't read sums, solve. You should solve first. Second, you have to focus on speed. A lot of students have one problem. They write answers well, but if you go by their speed, they need almost 4 hours to complete their 100 marks answer sheet. Okay, so what you should do, when you're practicing at home, when you're revising a sum at home, not only the focus should be on correct answer, it should be also on correct answer within allotted time. Hope you're understanding. Correct answer within allotted time. Now, how do I allot time? You have 100 marks paper. You have 3 hours time, which is 180 minutes. That means 100 marks, 180 minutes, roughly 1:2 ratio. Actually, it is 1:1.8 ratio. Let's take it 1:2 ratio, which means for 1 mark, maximum you can take is only 2 minutes. That means when you're solving a 5 marks question, you should know that I should try and complete in less than 10 minutes. 1:2, correct? So 10 marks sum, you should finish within 20 minutes. Today, check how many of you, when doing revision, you're able to solve in 1:2 ratio. Yeah. So any question, any sum you take up, if you're writing, write it with the seriousness as if you're writing in exam hall. Write it that neatly and see at least every day for half an hour or 45 minutes, write like this as if you're writing in exam hall. Then you will get to know whether your speed is up to the mark or not. And those who are slow, you still have time to fix this problem. Keep writing. Daily increase the number of pages of writing. If you're writing for 45 minutes now, from tomorrow write 5 minutes extra. Till you get that 1:2 flow, till you are in that good speed, keep practicing writing. Unless you improve writing, you can't pass the exam. Okay. Next, along with the regular class material, also solve RTPs, MTPs and previous year question papers. Those who have attended my class, you know all of this is in part B and all of this is in the test paper series that I have shared with you. Yeah. So you need to practice. Do not just practice the sums that you have already solved in class. Practice RTP questions, MTP and question paper sums. I get one more question commonly, sir. How many RTPs? How many question papers? At least 2 to 3 you should do. The latest 2 or 3 you should take up. My suggestion would be doing it topic wise. For example, you are revising process costing today. You go through your class material, practice all the sums, go to the latest RTP, go to process costing question in that, solve it. Go to latest exam question paper, find out which is process costing question, solve it. So do it in chapter by chapter manner. So by the time you sleep tonight, you know process costing, class material done, study material done, 3 RTPs done, 3 question papers done. That means everything possible in this chapter I have finished. So no need to again check RTP some other day. So chapter by chapter if you finish, keep all the books in front of you. Class material, study material, RTP, question paper. When you're doing that topic, that day agenda is to complete everything. And when you allot those hours in the index sheet, which I told you 10 minutes back, that should include even this RTP, MTP and question papers. Yeah. And if possible, make your own summary notes. I am sure you have time for this. In practical papers, lot of formula things you may want to make a note. In say income tax, you may have a lot of sections that you want to write, a lot of case studies maybe. In accounts, you may have some accounting standard numbers to write. Anything you feel is repetitive in nature and you're forgetting again and again, make a summary notes of yours, or if you already have a formula book or something, use it. Once in 10 days, once in 15 days, 5-10 minutes while having tea or coffee, just brush up. Not with seriousness of study, but at least just to recall whatever you have already studied. Yeah. Coming to theory, don't try to manage theory papers. As I already told you, the mistake that many students do, they want to solve practical papers, but they don't want to write anything in theory. Very, very, very big mistake. Please do not do this. Don't manage theory. Don't think I will first do all practical papers. In the balance time, I will do practicals. Sorry, I will do theory. Not a good idea. If you know that you are a person like this who will always give less importance to theory, my suggestion, first start with theory papers itself. Finish off theory papers and then start practical papers. Whichever is not your favorite paper, yeah, I want you to finish those things in the earlier months. Don't drag it to the last month. Last month when you're about to go to that exam week, like 20 days before, 10 days before, 5 days before, you should be in good energy. You should be doing your favorite subjects. You should have more confidence. But if you keep all your weak papers, boring papers to the last 10-15 days, then you know what will happen to your energy level. Yeah, please don't try to manage theory. I've been seeing a lot of students not getting great marks in theory papers, not because theory papers are tough. Students are not studying theory with the seriousness with which they study practical papers. Yeah, I teach costing and FM. Both are pure practical subjects. But even then I am telling you, study theory with same importance. If you are giving 75 hours for financial management, give same time for strategic management also. If FM is taking so much time, SM also should be given same time. You can do 5%, 10% plus and minus, 75, 75. May not be true. 85 and 61, that is okay. But don't do 125. Don't try to do this. Yeah. Second point, please write. Don't read. Lot of you have a not so good theory writing. You know what I'm saying. Lot of you know that your theory writing is not good, and then also you don't write. See, understand one problem. Accounts, costing, FM, when you attend these classes and when you do revision, you are fully involved because you are solving. So it has that memory recall value because you have written by yourself, correct? But when it is theory, you are only reading it like a newspaper. What happens? Your level of involvement is less. In exam, it is difficult to recall what you have read, but it is easy to recall what you have written. Writing has that power because your involvement is more. When you write, correct, your focus is more. But when you only read, there is a chance of forgetting things. So therefore, if you are studying theory for 2 hours, say for example, you decided to do one topic in 2 hours. Okay, fantastic. 2 hours you studied, close the book, 30 minutes, make your own summary notes of whatever you studied in 2 hours. That will tell you how much you are able to put it on paper. Lot of students understand theory well. In class, they are good. If you ask them, they answer well theoretically. But you ask them to write it on paper, they are finding it difficult because they have never practiced writing. So please don't do this mistake. Write theory also. Next, convert a page into 5 to 7 bullet points. I told you just now. Read one full page, and those who are not so good in theory writing or finding theory as boring, read one full page, close the book, write all that you studied in 5 to 7, 8, maximum 10 bullet points, and then compare what you have written with what is there in the book. You will understand the quality of your answer, what answer they are expecting and what answer you are writing. If you are not happy, keep repeating this. Keep writing till you get that confidence that yes, I'm able to write in the way they want the answer. Hope you're understanding what I'm saying. Yeah. Moving on, make summary notes and read them frequently. When you do this 5-7 bullet points, do all that bullet points in one place. So what happens? By the time you complete that full subject, which is say 300-page book in class, it will get converted into 25 page of summary notes. So second time when you sit for revision, or someday when you're bored of studying that regular paper, you have 1 hour time, you want to revise, you have the 25 pages summary notes. It is easy and fast to revise. It's like a formula book. Easy to revise, fast to revise. For that you should have your own summary notes, handwritten in bullet points. Now, coming to answer sheet presentation. When you write an exam, before that as your first experience, make sure you take one round of exams at least 2-3 weeks before the main exam itself, or maybe 1 month before exam, like a mock paper. What is the use of writing this mock paper? One, your mind is tuned to the exam seriousness. Second, when you know there is a mock paper to be written on a particular day, automatically you are serious about your studies because you know there is a deadline, there is a target. You know, this is how we are all. Unless there is a deadline, we are not serious. Once you put that deadline on your calendar that yes, on 10th of this month, I'll be taking this paper. Now you have to finish. 9th night, you may not even sleep because you know there is a mock paper happening. I need that seriousness, that mindset 15-20 days before your exam. Sir, how many mock papers should I write? If you ask me, minimum 2 rounds of mock paper you should write before you take the main exam. Why 2 rounds? First mock paper when you write, you may not even know whether you're good at speed, good at presentation, your handwriting, the silly mistakes that you do. You may not know how good or how bad you are in these things. But once you write that mock paper, once you see the key answer, once you check your answer with that, you will get to know a lot of things. 7 days later, take one more mock paper after fixing these weak areas. Then you see yourself will be much better than the first mock paper. So minimum 2 mock papers you should write. ICI conducts mock papers. Yeshas Academy, here also we conduct mock papers. You can write anywhere, but you should write. Point is you should write. Okay. And when you're writing, some students have this problem. Sir, I'm not in Bangalore. How do I come and take the mock paper? Okay, if you're not here, take the soft copy of the paper, take the printout nearby wherever you are staying, but make sure that you write it with that seriousness. You know, exam is from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Question paper is given 15 minutes before. So 1:45 p.m. at your home, close the door, maintain that seriousness with 100% focus as if you are in exam hall. Don't again read it. Don't again do time pass with that mock paper. With that seriousness you write. I want that mindset to be there. Then 1 hour 45 minutes, sorry, 1:45 p.m. of that day. Keep even the 2 to 5 p.m. schedule itself. You know what I'm talking about. I want that exact kind of rehearsal of the examination. Yeah, 15 minutes, go through the paper, decide what to write, and then 2 to 5 write it, and then 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, come back and see your answer sheet presentation. Find out what went right, what went wrong. Then you have 7 days to fix and take one more paper. I want you to have this calendar ready now itself. If your exam is in September, you should do this in August. If you're writing in January, do this in December. You're writing in May, do this in April. At least 2-3 weeks before the main exam, you should write minimum 2 mock papers. Okay. If you're not happy even after 2 mock papers, you can try and take up 3rd mock paper. But 2 mock papers has to be written according to me with seriousness of exam hall. Yeah. Next, choose what to write and what not to write. Sir, why is this 15 minutes given first of all? To decide out of the total question paper, which are the questions that you want to attend. Yeah. Leave the MCQ part aside. Balance 70 marks. Your question paper will not be for 70. Question paper will be for 84 or 85 marks, which means one question you can leave. What you should do in that first 15 minutes, decide which question you are not good at and decide that to be left. And in the balance also, there may be sub-question A, sub-question B. 2 independent topics, say question number 4A, process costing, 4B, marginal costing. One question you may be good at, one question you may be bad at or not very confident about, right? So first in 15 minutes, decide which are the questions that I'm going to write first. Write your best answers initially. And in exam, you don't have to write question number 1, 2, 3, 4 order itself. You can write 5th question first, 4th next, 1st later, 6th at the end. Any order is okay. But once you start question number 5, sub-question A, sub-question B should be answered in the same flow. So it should be 5A, 5B, 5C. Then you can do 1A, 1B, 1C. But once you start question 1, all A, B, C, D in that sub-questions should be done in the same place. I hope this is clear. Yeah? This you decide in first 15 minutes and this you do in your mock paper also. And go to MCQ section. Try attending all. There is no loss in attending all MCQs, no negative marking anyway. And then come back to those areas which you are not good at. So what may happen in exam? Out of 70 marks, you may be very good in 40 marks. Yeah, just example. In 30 marks MCQ, you are very confident about 20 marks. That means 40 plus 20, your best part is done. For this to happen, in first 15 minutes, you should decide which is your best question, which is your not so good question. And you should try and finish within first 2.5 hours, at least 2/3 of the paper. That means in 2 hours, you should have finished about 65, 66 marks, correct? 3 hours, 100 marks, 33, 33, 33 on an average. That means in first 2 hours, your best part of the answer sheet should be ready. And then in the balance last 1 hour, you decide which is that question which I am better at. Some questions when you read itself, you know, you won't be able to answer it. But at least can I do working notes properly? Half of the question can I answer properly? Sub question A can I answer, sub question B I can't answer. At least that you do properly. Yeah. And point number 3, very important, manage your time from the very beginning. I gave you a hint just now. 33 marks, first hour, another 33, another 33. What happens with many students? Initial 1.5 hours, they are very, very slow. And in last 30-40 minutes, they want to go very fast and they mess up everything. Their handwriting, lot of silly mistakes. Validator can't even read what you have written because you went so fast. Yeah. Let that not happen. from beginning, keep in mind, first 1 hour, 30 to 35 marks I have to finish. So be at a good speed from beginning itself. You may feel, why am I going very fast? It is still first 5 minutes, but that is good, so that at the end you will save time. And your answer sheet quality, first paper, last paper, I want it to be same. Yeah, therefore be at a good speed from beginning itself. Next, when you read a practical question, even applicable to theory, before starting that working note 1, working note 2 and so on, you visualize how should my answer be. This you can practice from today itself at home. You read a question, before you start, decide what should be my working note 1, what should be working note 2, what should be my main answer, how should I present. That approach should be ready. I'm not saying final answer should be ready. Don't sit with calci. Approach, what comes first, what comes next, how am I going to present, what are the columns in my tables, overall structure, you be ready. Once you know, okay, this is the flow, then only you start. Theory also. Suppose they say write any 4 points, write any 4 differences between something and something. Decide which are the 4 differences. In that, decide which is the most important difference. Next important, not so important, but that's the only answer you know. Let that be last point. Otherwise, what happens? You start with something and then midway you realize, no, I should have done something else before. This happens with a lot of students even in class. When I ask them to solve a problem, they don't know from where to start itself because they are not able to visualize the answer. So make sure that you decide the overall structure, overall approach. Those who have attended my class, you would have noticed this we do in everyday class. First we'll discuss how to present. Once we get that clarity, then the flow will begin. So it's okay, you may take 1 or 2 minutes in deciding the structure of answer, but you will be in a better way while writing if you already know. When I am doing working note 1, I should know where will I use this in working note 2. When I am doing working note 2, I should know why I am doing this working note 2. For example, let me take FM, capital budgeting, investment decision topic. Finally, they want the answer NPV, positive NPV, negative NPV. Now to do NPV, I need cash flows. To do cash flows, I need to first prepare CFAT, cash flow after tax. For that, I should have sales data or I should have PBDT data. You may have PBDT, profit before depreciation and tax, but then you may not have depreciation. Yeah, that means I should first do depreciation. Now, what is the structure of the answer? Working note 1, depreciation. Using that working note 1, second working note, PBDT will be converted to CFAT. Using that CFAT, main answer, NPV table. This is what I call as approach. That visualization is important. This you practice from today itself. Read a question, decide mentally what should be the way, then only you start. Yeah. Next one. Working notes will surely save you. Now, sometimes, even if you are very well prepared about a particular topic, it may so happen that in exam, a new bouncer, toughest question comes from that topic itself. What may happen? You know your answer is going to be wrong. Sometimes you read the question itself, you decide that I won't be able to do this, correct? Don't lose your energy there itself. If it is so tough, at least instead of scoring 10 on 10, can I at least try and score 4 to 5 marks by doing working notes properly? In the whole question, which is tough, absolutely agree, you can't get 10 on 10, very, very tough. Assume nobody in the country is solving that sum correctly, no problem. At least 3-4 working notes can I do properly, those ledgers can I do, those working notes can I do. If that is possible, don't worry. You don't have to lose energy. I know some students, they read the question, they find one tough adjustment, they go down, they lose that energy. Next question they read, again there is one tough adjustment, again they lose the energy. And if you keep losing energy in that first 15 minutes while reading the paper, understand you're starting the writing exercise itself with such low energy. Then you will never be able to get 75, 80, 85 marks. Yeah. When you read a question, yes, it is a tough question. Be ready to accept that. Yes, it is a tough question. I think I can't get final answer. But let me see, are there any adjustments which I can do properly? 10 marks, I know I am not going to get it. 4 marks at least can I get with 4 working notes? Yes. Then very, very neatly, working note 1, 2, 3, 4, do that and come. Leave the balance. Do not worry. Leave the balance. Because anyway you can't do, you know that that question is very tough or you did not study the topic. What can be done well, at least do that. This you practice from today itself. You see one tough adjustment, don't lose heart. Don't lose that energy. It's okay, happens with everyone. Can I do 9 adjustments properly? 2 adjustments I can't do, so balance sheet won't tally. No problem. Can I do those 9 properly? Yes. For 10 marks, I may score 6 or 7. No problem. Understanding what I'm saying? This is not as easy as I can say, because a lot of students have this problem. One tough adjustment they see, they lose energy. You should train your brain. It's okay if I don't know all adjustments. Whatever I know, I will do my best and come. Okay? Yeah. So these things you have to keep in mind while presenting the answers. And make sure this you practice at home also while studying. Yeah. Alright, so these are some of the points I thought I should share. I hope I did not go very fast. I did not wanted to waste your time, so wanted to keep it very small and crisp. I took about 45 minutes. I want you to use your time very productively. So let's not waste too much of time. That's why maybe I went a little fast today in this session. But anyway, it's on YouTube. You can play the video anytime, any number of times you want. With regard to the questions that you have, okay, we'll do one thing. Put all your questions not in the live chat, put it in the comment section. I will reply to you in detail. I hope this is okay, because a lot of students have difficulty in writing their issue in the live chat. So put all your queries in the comment section. I will close this video and I'll read all your comments and reply. So let's not do this in the chat box. Let's do this in the comment section. Please put your queries or questions in the comment section. I will reply as and when I get time. Don't worry, I am there. I will reply to all your queries. Use comment section. Okay. And whoever is writing only one group, and if you have 2.5 months time, whatever I told you still applicable to you. Some of you might have already cleared one group last time. You have only one group. Use same thing. But wherever I said 6 papers, you make it 3 papers. Yeah. But just because it's only 3 papers and you have 2.5, 3 months, doesn't mean you take things very lightly. You should have that seriousness. You take 3, 4 mock papers because you have extra time. Understanding? Don't bring down your seriousness level. Maybe you can do one more round of revision. Maybe you can take one more mock paper. Please be serious from now itself. Those who are writing only 3 papers and you have 2.5, 3 months, you can't be lazy, please. Then you do one thing. Mentally, you prepare yourself that your actual exam is 30 days before main exam. And you take latest question paper and practice that also. In your house, you do 3, 4 round of mock papers by yourself. You can get old question papers from ICI website. Take those question papers, practice as much as you can. For all those who are writing both the groups, I've already given all the inputs that I had. I hope this session will help you in planning and strategizing your next 2.5, 3 months. Any queries, concerns that you have, please put it in the comment section. I will reply to all your queries. Okay. I hope this session was useful to all of you. Thank you all for joining. Let's not take too much time. I don't want you to waste your time. Please start making the plan. I told you, do it on a white paper now and start implementing it from today itself. All right. Can I get a quick reply? Are we good to close the session? Yes. All your queries, please write in the comment section. I will reply. Okay. Chalo. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye. Bye.